Vamos a tener, en verdad, 3 reuniones seguidas. 2 de ellas relativamente cortas, luego tenemos un board meeting. Pues la primera reunión es netamente para saber las votaciones o el resultado de los proxies que hemos recibido para poder saber si por este 2018 las reservas van a ser canceladas, o sea, obviadas, waived, como se dice en inglés, o no. ¿Okay? Ustedes saben, les recuerdo por estatuto, el 718 requiere que tengamos reservas del presupuesto, requiere tener reservas, a no ser que obviamente la mayoría de la membresía del condominio, de la asociación, vote para que ya sean reducidas o sean canceladas solamente por ese año. ¿Okay? Entonces voy a proceder para abrir la reunión. Empezamos 7 y 5 y para chequear certificar el quórum de los miembros del board tenemos a
José Sardín,
Lourdes Soler, usted,
y tenemos en llamada, Skype, computer, tenemos a Osvaldo, aquí lo tenemos,
Osvaldo,
presente, Horacio
presente.
y Carlos. Sí,
Horacio
está
aquí.
Pero no se menea.
Sí.
Está muerto. Ay.
Está vivo. Hay que ponerle el
So,
disco.
tenemos un quórum, solamente tenemos el quórum, pero realmente falta
Ya hay el quórum ya. Wow.
O sea, que podemos proceder. Prueba de honores, si tenemos un affidavit que obviamente fue enviado, un affidavit.
Esto no estamos perdidos, estamos desgraciadamente salimos de Guatemala para ganar Guatemala. No, increíble. De Guatemala estamos en Guatemala.
No tenemos salida.
Es que no ha habido nadie como me cuenta aquí.
Otro que adivinó.
No ha habido nadie. Yo he tenido este problema en 2 condominios, en este y en el Benicio. Yo tengo otros apartamentos, oye, fantástico, oye, todos los arreglos, el poquito presupuesto, no te piden un...
¿Tú has visto baños aquí? ¿Cuánto se acaba? ¿Cuánto?
15 años, 2 años.
Sí, pero me dijo que...
Perdón. Voy a proceder justo. Hemos recibido, nadie tiene más proxies para entregar de las reservas. Nadie más tiene, no existe ningún otro proxy para contar. Ok, obviamente sabemos que para poder obviar las reservas necesitamos tener el 50% más 1. Hemos recibido, igual, comparado con otros años, creo que abrumador, 226 votos diciendo que no a las reservas por este año. O sea que por este año creo que es suficiente. La membresía ha hablado de que obviamente obviar las reservas por este año del 2018. Eso va a ser sacado del presupuesto que usted... Oh, I'm sorry, siempre lo han hecho en español, pero si quieren lo...
I'm having the same problem,
Sure.
but I was just letting everybody has a little Spanish class.
And I'll be happy to actually translate after. Yeah?
Dante, did you say 225 reserves or 226?
226.
Okay.
Yes. So for the English speakers, I'm sorry, we actually have received 226 votes proxies from the membership. So with that said, meaning that obviously we're waiving the research for the 2018 year. Okay. So with no further ado on that, I make you can actually make a motion to adjourn. Con eso vamos a terminar esta reunión que solamente era para poder darles a ustedes el resultado de la realidad. Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Imagino que todos están a favor.
¿Están a favor de los
Sí.
waivers?
Sí.
Señores,
se tiene que oír, si no se oye, no se
¿no escuchan nada?
No.
Carlos, vaya a favor.
Dante, he doesn't have
Okay.
Horacio y Osvaldo. ¿Los escucharon?
Sí.
no se escucha y además eso es que no se debe permitir aquí de que no esté ni el presidente ni el vicepresidente para hacer aquí una reunión. Se creen que nosotros somos perros, nosotros no somos perros, somos dueños del Pavilion. Y esto es lo que debe de respetar él.
Perdón, simplemente...
Él y todo el BOD.
Les pido orden. Simplemente quiero proceder por el proceso, si me permite.
No, es que usted está de acuerdo con él, entonces imagínese.
Queremos mantener el orden durante esta reunión, ¿ok? Simplemente mantener el orden.
Deberían subir un poquito más el volumen del...
Me están trayendo un speaker.
No se oye absolutamente nada.
Pena, le deben dar ustedes sentados ahí y nos apoyarnos a nosotros, que somos dueños como ustedes. Pena le deben dar.
Vamos a proceder ahora a la segunda reunión. ¿Okay? La segunda reunión.
Y apoyarlo a todo lo que diga.
Perdón, señora. Le pido por favor perdón. ¿Ok? ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? All right, so 7:10, we open the meeting for the budget meeting at 7:10.
7:10.
Is it 7:10? Yes.
I have 7:10.
7:10. So we'll open the meeting for budget 10 for the ones who actually wanted to see it.
You need a quorum, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
You need a quorum for this meeting.
Correct. I'm moving with that.
And they, you know, if you cannot hear them, you don't have a quorum.
We can hear.
I cannot hear.
We have to hear.
You can actually.
No. You gotta hear for whatever place it is.
We
That's
do have a
718.
quorum. At this point, I think I
Okay,
have to
that's
take it.
718. I'll
They are here.
contend that.
Let me ask you a
I'll
simple
contend that.
question. Are we doing this legally or?
What do you mean that we're doing?
Yeah, because I see that they're complaining because they can't hear you. You were speaking Spanish, everybody here.
They can actually, board members can actually be on the phone, electronically, as long as they are present and they can actually hear. So
As long
in
as
this
we
case,
can,
actually,
as long as we can hear them, we cannot hear
as
them.
long as the board can actually
No.
hear.
No. We are the one that
Bueno, vamos a continuar.
No, quédese.
Continúo con el esto. Aquí les enseño que está el affidavit, que obviamente se envió a todos por correo y se posteó el budget como manda la orden arriba de los 14 días. Teníamos el quórum de nuevo, obviamente tenemos el quórum.
Por favor, Osvaldo, grita. El quórum.
No se oye, señora.
Ok.
Si no ponemos el speaker, no se oye.
Dante, is the volume
Okay.
on the laptop off? Save the volume.
They're bringing also another speaker and see if we can actually get it. So,
Gracias.
continuando con el presupuesto. Todos recibieron el presupuesto que fue enviado. Obviamente existe este presupuesto. La Junta, especialmente la tesorera, ha estado trabajando arduamente. And I'm going to say in English, para poder procesar este presupuesto. Inclusive ha estado siendo trabajado desde el año pasado. Y obviamente encara un aumento de aproximadamente arriba del 14%.
Yes, 15%.
Le explico, creo que muchos tenían alguna duda acerca de cuál es el aumento que ha existido. Para que tengan en cuenta lo que ve usted aquí en Owner Assessment, ese es el aumento, eso es lo que refleja el aumento a todos los dueños.
¿Cuánto es? ¿Qué aumento es ese?
¿Pero aumento de qué? Cuando aquí no hay ni limpieza.
Le explico
Aquí los perros cagan en los pasillos.
¿Me va a dejar
Las
hablar?
sombras que están poniendo
Señora,
no sirven.
señora.
¿Qué aumento nos quieren dar?
Señora,
A ver, ¿qué aumento?
¿me permite?
¿Qué aumento?
Si no, le voy a pedir que salga.
A ver, ¿qué aumento? No me digan.
Por favor, señora, permítame.
No, pero está en todo tu derecho de quejarse.
Por supuesto
es
que
parte
sí,
dueña
por
aquí.
supuesto que sí. Pero le voy a dar
votarle no puede.
Pero a todo el mundo le voy a dar la oportunidad.
Ok, perfecto.
¿Ok? Una vez que pase con esta presentación, que se haga la moción, vamos a pasar para que cada uno pueda tener
Claro.
la oportunidad de hacer una
A ver,
pregunta.
explíquenos por qué usted, que es el de la compañía, nos tuvo tanto tiempo sin un manager aquí. Explíquenos eso también.
Ahora, esta es la situación que esto. Muchos están diciendo, los puntos más claros en este aumento de este presupuesto, creo que el punto más claro siempre está, obviamente tenemos el seguro está payroll y está algo más importante que es un...
Pero eso siempre está ahí.
Sí, pero hay un aumento que más es significativo, que viene a ser el déficit que existe del año pasado. Y les explico.
Pero es que yo no entiendo, el único edificio...
Por favor. Todo el mundo va a tener su tiempo para hablar. Todo el mundo va a tener su tiempo para hablar. Si no me dejan explicarlo, de repente no van a tener la respuesta. ¿Ok? En el 2016 hubo un presupuesto, ¿ok? Se hizo. El 2017 se hizo un rollover del presupuesto del 2016. No existió ningún incremento, no existió ningún aumento, permíteme, ningún aumento, no hubo ningún cambio. Fueron 2 años que se han pasado con eso. Ahora, número 1. Número 2, existe un déficit que viene del año pasado. Es más, si voy a los estados financieros finalizando el 2017, me aparece que existe un déficit de $494,000. ¿Ok? En este presupuesto, que obviamente se estaba calculando y se hizo el cálculo antes de que acabe el año, se ha calculado $470,000 de déficit. Les explico por qué tiene que aparecer el déficit en este presupuesto. Por estatuto, cada condominio es una corporación sin fines de lucro. ¿Ok? Ello quiere decir de que si existe un déficit en el año anterior, se tiene que recaudar y recolectar para el siguiente año. De 2 maneras. Tienen la opción de o ponerlo en el budget, incluirlo en el budget, o hacer un special assessment.
Which we already have 2.
Correcto.
And which we already have made.
Correcto. Entonces, en este caso, lo que ha optado y lo que se ha optado y lo que el board ha optado es ponerlo en el presupuesto. ¿Ok?
Y eso
Estamos hablando...
¿Eso quién lo determina?
¿Perdón?
Eso lo determina el board, sin tener
De
en
alguna
cuenta...
manera lo tienes que poner.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you put
No, yo pienso que deberían contar con lo que le pagan.
Para hacer un special assessment hay que votarlo.
Hay que
Por
votarlo.
supuesto que sí,
Para
pero de
aprobar
todas
un
maneras...
budget no hay que votar los dueños.
No, para
Así
hacer
que hay
un-
una diferencia muy grande.
Claro.
Para hacer un
Vamos a
special
checar.
assessment, and
Perdón.
Mr. Shopper, and a special assessment, and year, it will end. If they put it here every year, it will never end.
Because every time
If
we
you can
have a
actually hear.
meeting, it turns back and we really never get a chance to talk to you.
Thank you, sir.
We're happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
We would like you to have a very slow, low, clear conversation with everybody sitting here. Nobody has to shout because things are worse than you think, and the owners, they know it. They have the proof in their hands, so we need an explanation we can leave.
Thank you for
I
that.
am asking all the owners, please, let's give them time to explain to us, so we in return can tell them what we think.
Volviendo al tema, and I'm sorry now,
No, I
going
just
in
wanted
Spanish
to make
again,
sure we all
in
on the
English.
same-
Thank you so much. Volviendo al tema, y vamos a responder preguntas de luego.
But can you do it in English first, so people hear it, and then you do it in Spanish or no? You can.
However,
It's okay, you can do
whatever
both ways,
is
as long
preference.
as-
I can do it, whatever.
Do it in English.
Do it in English
I can
first.
do it in English if you want.
How many do not speak English? ¿Cuántos no hablan español?
¿No hablan inglés o español?
Inglés, perdón, disculpen. ¿Todos hablan inglés?
La mayoría hablan inglés.
Ok. Entonces, inglés.
Si me permite voy a cambiar a inglés, luego les explico en español. So, coming back to the situation of the deficit, because right now in this budget that is being presented, the significant change that is affecting the budget is the deficit. You have a $470,000 deficit that is in this budget. To answer one question is, either you can actually, yes, you can put it in the budget, or you can actually do a special assessment. You know, for some, to answer that, special assessments are informed and are like the budget, sent out to the membership. But at the end, the vote ends up being on the board. Pretty much like the budget. The budget is actually the group who actually will be adopting the budget is the board, not the membership. So, with that said, that's one of the most critical points that you have. You went through a couple of years without adjusting the budget to actuals, and that is why it shows on the deficit, creating a deficit. So in
And why
other
did we
words,
have a deficit?
I'm sorry?
Why did we have a deficit?
Well, let's talk to
Why did we have it? I mean, you know why?
Yes.
Because you spend more than you got in.
Absolutely. You spend more than what you budget.
And if you,
But I don't see it.
no, I said, well, whatever.
It is.
Okay, so you did the budget wrong.
Absolutely.
When, for 3 years or 4 years.
You actually, and you're answering me. You have 2 years. You actually went,
$3 million.
that you have roll over the budget. You know?
But why? You gotta take it at the moment.
So to that, let me actually bring up. You have, for example, in R&M, in repair and maintenance, right there you have $380,000. You know, more than budgeted. Okay, that's a deficit that more than budgeted. A lot of that actually will have to do with a lot of the repairs. Yes, I know that we actually had a hurricane, and there were a lot of repairs that actually went out, especially the elevators. That we all suffer with that.
You know how much I pay for the elevator?
No, wait, let's go.
$1 million
I'm telling
for
you
the
what it
elevator.
is, and some of you are actually well aware of the financials. And I think you can actually attest to it, and I don't have to actually go through the explanation of it.
Yes, you do.
You have, no, to have some of the ones that actually we
The
have.
insurance didn't pay for anything?
I'm sorry?
The insurance that we have here?
The insurance, there's a claim on the flood insurance.
Okay, they didn't pay for it.
But it's
that's it.
not on the windstorm insurance. That, you know,
But we have
but there is a
flood-
claim
we have
that right
flood in
now
the
is actually.
elevator. We have flood in the elevator, so they have to pay it.
Yes, I mean, that's what we're trying, and it's still actually on the water. You know, it's remember, flood is rising waters, and there's a lot of requirements for that. So we're hoping that yes, indeed, that it will be.
Dante,
Yes, sí,
Dante,
dime.
Sí, te escucho.
¿me escuchas?
Sí.
You could turn it
Bueno,
down.
hola a todos. Aide, yo la respeto mucho a usted, siempre la he respetado. Siempre, cada vez que usted ha tenido un problema, yo me he acercado a su apartamento. No me parece correcto. No me parece
We
correcto.
don't need that today. We need a very important
Espérense, yo hago con el dedo lo que yo quiera.
Take some space. We don't need that. We need to talk like
Yo le digo una
civilized
cosa.
people.
Y yo estoy en el BOD, como el resto del BOD. Estamos dueños por enorme mayoría que están en el edificio.
A mí no me interesa si está de mayoría. Si yo no estoy de acuerdo con lo que usted está haciendo, se lo digo, porque usted me conoce a mí de hace muchos años, que yo digo siempre lo que no estoy de acuerdo.
Osvaldo, Osvaldo, por favor, vamos a terminar la presentación primero.
No, pasa que ahora que Lourdes, déjame hablar, que ahora vas a enterarte por qué. A ver, pon la camarita. Dante, la señora
A ver, dígame.
Soto, en el Soto desde ya pido disculpas. Bájale un poco la cámara porque no la veo bien.
Dígame.
Ahí está. La señora que está de celeste, ¿cómo le va, señora?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios, gracias a mi alma de servicio.
No politics, no politics.
Si no me equivoco, es la mamá del ejecutivo de Schindler, la compañía de elevadores que atiende el condominio. ¿Es correcto? Bueno, después del huracán Irma,
Y eso
a
que tiene,
Schindler,
debe ser
no politics,
los dineros que tiene que ver con mi hijo. Aquí hay muchos hijos de muchas personas que trabajan, que están aquí en el board y los hijos están aquí, usted no tiene que mencionar el mío. Porque si lo vamos a mencionar y se va a poner usted así, le voy a decir que usted le hizo una cosa que ningún hombre lo debe hacer. Lo que usted hizo, hacer una carta a la compañía que mi hijo trabajaba para que lo sacaran de aquí. Es un hombre, no lo hace. Y usted lo hizo.
Bravo,
yo le
bravo.
cuento lo siguiente.
Y usted lo hizo. Un hombre que tiene hombre y un hombre que es hombre. A una señora mayor no se le para enfrente. Porque usted vino de una mujer. Y a las mujeres se respetan. Y usted no respeta a las mujeres. Así que no me siga hablando. No me siga hablando.
De ninguna forma le estoy faltando el respeto.
Sí,
Let's go. No politics. No politics.
Después del huracán,
We're tired of politics. We're tired of politics.
pagarle a Schindler $100,000 después del huracán.
Estúpido que se
No estaban en el presupuesto.
es una falta de respeto.
Exactamente lo que estaba explicando, y permíteme explicarle una cosa más.
¿Qué es lo que tiene que hacer?
Permíteme. Let me go back. Lo voy a decir en inglés porque tenemos una mayoría de la audiencia que habla inglés o quiere explicar exactamente eso.
Antes, todos los que yo estoy viendo ahí son todos latinos. Y hablan todos
English.
He preguntado por una preferencia. Osvaldo, para mantener la cordura. Simplemente.
Además, estamos en los Estados Unidos.
So I just want to bring up, a couple of things, two more of that. Yes, of course, and I'll give chance to actually talk. Two more points that, in fact, one more important, and in fact, it was actually brought up in the past that have, made a differential, and it's cable. There's also an increase in the cable contract on the budget. Right now, in 2016 and 2017, you had $220,000 budgeted for cable, okay, the bulk cable. Really, your actual expense based on at the end of 2017 is $253,000.
But how come? We had a 5% cap on that contract.
No. I'll explain the contract.
Well, I'm going to ask for a couple of months.
Sure. The contract was actually signed back in 2014.
Correct.
Okay? In fact, I had some. So it was actually signed back in 2014, October of 2014. Out of the contract in 2014, the cost, it was about $48 per unit. Okay? Not every unit actually have cable, so it's actually multiplied by 365. Okay? Now, so that means, that equates that in 2014, your contract at that time, October 2014, the contract was $210,240. Okay? The contract calls for a 3% increase every year. The contract was signed all the way up to 2019, or extended up to 2019.
Next year.
2015, 3% more. In 2015 goes to 216,000. In 2016 goes to 223,000. On 2017, 229,000, and 2018 goes to 236,000. Now,
with this, wait,
now,
one interruption. With the same programs, with the same
there was an addition. There was an addition that it was done, but I'm not going to go into the detail. I want to talk about the money.
Forgive me.
So on 236,626 to be exact. To that, we need to add taxes. Does it include taxes, franchise fees, communications, and I'm sure that you actually have seen even your telephone, that sometimes you have all these charges, communication charges and so on. But let's assume that we're just basically gonna add taxes to it. That's 7.5%, right? So we're talking about that at the end of the year, it should actually end in 2018, the end of 2018, should be in 254,373. Right now, we're budgeting, and in fact, we put the management, based on the actual, we put a higher budget increase. The board worked to actually lower it. But really, it's 254. If you look on your budget, we're budgeting 250.
Okay, where in the budget?
It's under contract. Under contracts is the second line item.
On the first page?
On the first page.
What's the total for?
I'm sorry. Not in the third. I'm looking at the financials.
On the second, on the back of the first page.
That contract, yes. That contract is up in 2019. Okay. And my suggestion, and the suggestion to the board, from us, is that now the benefit is that before. In Miami Beach, you only had one company that you were supposed to use. It was Atlantic Broadband.
Yeah.
That monopoly is gone. Okay? Now the market has opened. Comcast now is allowed to come in. They're actually putting fiber optic, running fiber optic. Also companies like Hotwire are coming into Miami Beach. They're also running fiber optic to it. Our recommendation is that, in working for a renewal, I think the appropriate approach will be to actually have a proposal for every single company.
Okay, that's good. But let's talk about this one.
Yes.
Let's talk about valet parking.
Vale Park.
One thing at a time.
Okay.
Let them finish
That's
with
another,
cable.
No, vale, you know,
Yeah,
because
but
they
let
talk
him
about,
finish.
Let's finish with cable and then we have.
he
on
finished with
Pavilion.
cable already. He said that it's 5%, 7%, and then
Then we
they're gonna-
can.
Let's talk about
they're
it.
gonna let's talk about cable. What's the contract? What's the cap on the contract?
Wait,
Vale
wait.
parking.
Excuse me, can we cancel the
Without
contract
penalty?
with cable?
The Atlantic broadband.
No, we gotta give proper notice
Okay, what's
to the
the
cable
notice?
company. So we're tracking that notice day.
Is there a penalty? Is it punitive?
Yeah. I mean, you will not be able to actually cancel. Yeah, you do have a penalty if you cancel ahead, or you cancel before.
Will you know how much the
the
penalty
right
is?
approach on the cable is that we will we'll start working now, because we can work a year before, you know, and that way we can actually start getting all the proposals, seeing exactly what needs to get done in order to get the other companies in, provide proposals, provide bids way ahead of time.
Yeah, but you're giving us you're giving us the wrong information, because in the financial of March 2018, it shows that you just paid building cable contract with Atlantic Broadband for $44,813. So how is it that you are negotiating with Comcast?
We're not negotiating right now, that's what we're saying.
But-
Right now, we're not
But you
negotiating.
just paid $44,000 to renew the contract.
No.
That's what it
No.
says here.
You have a contract all the way to 2019. The contract was signed back in 2014. It was a 5-year contract. So it expires in 2019.
So why are we paying $44,000?
You are paying your monthly.
No, we have here the monthly. We have here the monthly. The monthly says it here, but then Atlantic Broadband for the monthly is here, but it says it.
You are
building
looking at work.
Here.
I'm gonna show you the,
No, I can show you. Account payable,
that's a check history.
that's a check history.
That is not, that's a check history.
So worse.
No.
It's worse.
If you have a
It's
check history,
for the
there are
month, and
moments
you
in
are
which,
telling us-
in a check history, I'm sorry, so there are and I wanna, if we're gonna give the information, let's give the right information. A check history, you actually have a check in which I can include 2 months if we're delayed, if we have a cash flow problem, as we actually should have here, you know, you're sometimes gonna have to include 2 payments or more in that payment.
Or is
So
that why
the
in
truth of the
month
matter is
that why in the month of August 2017, First Service Residential paid Atlantic Broadband and Florida Power $250,000? Is that why also in November? No, I have it here, Mr. Shabda.
No. In fact,
No, don't stop. This is information.
I'm gonna
that
show you,
they
I'm
need
gonna
to
show,
have.
go ahead, finish.
I have your financials.
Correct.
Maybe Lourdes is an accountant, she may want to meet with me so I can
Excuse me.
show you what First Service Residential is doing.
Ma'am, you're talking, it's First Service Residential.
Yeah.
Okay, it's paying. It's actually who actually signs the payment is the board. Okay?
Yes.
First Service Residential just do the bookkeeping.
But
and the
according to what you
We are
said,
following
you
a
sent the
contract,
invoice
a
to the,
$250,000.
Mr. Shabra, let's get one thing at a time. According to what you say, when you receive an invoice, you send it to the board in Argentina.
No.
They check, Mr. Shabra, I have all of this in writing.
I'm gonna show you-
Mr.
I'm gonna
Roberto
explain.
Escobar in front of the DBPR.
Go ahead.
We are talking today to clear the air, not to have an argument.
Absolutely.
You said when you receive an invoice, you send it to the board approves it. First Service Residential makes a check, the board sign it. So that means 2 group of people see a check or any payment to be made. We have here, and I have the numbers, almost $250,000 of check made to City of Miami Beach that reflects in the financials, but they never cleared in the bank. You have it in the financial of March, we paid Becker and Polikoff $98,000.
Wow.
So all the board is not aware of what you're saying, or you giving us mixed information, because according to what you say, the board sees everything that you pay. I guarantee you, I have heard Ms. Lourdes ask questions about the invoices, and she had a hard time with you.
Okay.
So I know if I go to her and show her that these things you are providing in the financial are not true. So or you don't know how to do accounting, or you are doing wrong to the owner.
Okay.
For example, a prostitute stole 3 checks, signed the name of Leyva and Mr. Osvaldo Vaolino. You went to the police. The first check was checked on November 28th. They changed the check. The financial of November reflects the name of Alisa Oates. That means they should have caught it since then. Alisa Oates went on to change 2 more checks, and this is a prostitute. At the beginning of December, you went to the police station, and I got the report on December 22nd to report the 3 stolen checks. But on the same day, you put a stop to the investigation because you thought we could not recuperate the money.
Can I explain all that? No?
That is exactly why I'm bringing it up, because we need an explanation.
I was taking notes on all your notes, because I want to make sure that I explain to everyone what she said. Number 1 is, let me explain the process of invoices. Okay? So the way it works is, us in First Service, we use a system that is called Avid. Okay? How it works is electronic.
Is that your own system?
So, no, it is a third-party system. This system, how it works is, we have an invoice, and we're going to upload. We're going to send it to Avid to actually upload into the system. Okay? After that invoice is uploaded, it comes to the management team, so it could be properly coded on the right GL account in our budget. Once it's approved, reviewed by management, coded, it actually, and approved, it actually goes.
The board director or
management. The management team.
FSR.
FSR.
Management team.
Okay.
Once actually the management team puts the right code on that and clicks OK, that invoice automatically, electronically, goes to the board. Okay? To the people that actually are supposed to be assigned to sign the checks. So these 2 board members will approve this electronically, and the check, and giving the authorization to actually cut the check and pay for that invoice. Okay? So that's the process, to put it clear.
Excuse me, who are the 2 persons that sign?
Right now, we have the treasurer and we have the president. So there are the 2 signatures.
And you need...
She has signature.
Yeah.
You need 2 signatures?
You need 2 signatures, yes. So that's the process, so you know and you're clear. You know, it is a system added. Why? Because it's good on a security basis. Now, second point that she made is the cable. She's saying that we have paid $250,000, you know, based on that.
No, but wait a minute. Let's talk about Alicia Oates.
No.
How come she made?
I'm going step by step the way that she said.
Okay.
So I'm going in order. I'm going to answer everything.
So you're going to put the...
I'm going to tell you exactly.
The valet parking too. You're going to put it there.
And then we'll go to the valet. Okay. So on the where were we? On the cable.
Cable.
She said, yeah, $250,000. That's your cable. That's exactly what I said right now. I told you is you have paid, as of the end of 2017, $253,000.
That's for the year?
Correct.
Okay, and you pay it once a year?
No, you pay this on a monthly basis.
Like I pay my house.
Right. So we pay on a monthly basis.
That's a debit and we
So indeed, we're saying the same thing.
No,
what I was
not.
explaining is that you indeed.
We have a misunderstanding. Every month, the bank is a pre-authorized debit. No, don't stop me. They need that information to understand what you're saying.
I haven't finished an open payables, okay? But now, you have a situation, and what she's saying is, that is, yeah, you're cutting checks, but maybe the checks, or not cutting checks, you're approving invoices, but they're not getting paid. Yes, it is. You have a cash flow problem. You have a deficit of $450,000.
What are they doing about it? I mean, you are realizing.
You're gonna have. You need to stop that. What you're doing is not correct. You didn't hear what I said.
It is not what you want to hear.
Every month, the bank pull for Florida Power, Atlantic Broadband, and City of Miami Beach. It's direct. Same thing with First Service Residential Salary and ADP. I will show it to you, Ms. Lourdes. I don't know under your board if thing has changed. But what I'm saying
On
is
ACH, that's what you're saying. That it's actually paying automatic.
every month, the bank pull your Florida Power or Atlantic Broadband. They
It has to
did
be
not
automatic
report.
because if we don't pay that, you don't have lights, you don't have water. That's the most important.
When I started investigating with the DVPR, they started immediately entering them, showing that in the month of August, they paid $250,000 to Atlantic Broadband.
Wow.
It is not correct because we pay them every month. So when you say you have to pay a lump sum, because that's what it costs, I am telling you your information is not correct.
You need to justify it, justify the check. If you're getting pulled out every month, the bill.
So here's the thing. Yeah, if you go and everybody's welcome to it, and some of you are, you can actually request the financial.
Are you paying? I'm sorry, let me
some
ask.
are.
Let me just ask you
No,
a simple
some
question.
people are requesting the financials. So you're welcome as they are.
What is the reason you don't have the online, the financial, the other building have online financial?
It will. We're actually working on the.
I don't have any idea what's the reason.
We are working on the new website that is coming out. It's coming towards.
Everybody
the end.
have online?
It's coming towards the end of the year. Yes.
Let me just ask you a simple question.
Yes.
I'm not a lawyer, but I understand a little bit about math and things like that, okay? If you pull it every month automatic, how come once a year you have to pay?
No, you don't pay once a year. That's a confusion. You're paying you're paying on a monthly basis. What she's saying is, what she was explaining is, and maybe I didn't understand that part. So my apologies if I didn't understand. You were referring to the ACH. So what she was saying is, yes, there are some utilities, some utilities. Miami Beach, for example, as she mentioned, is your water and sewer. You know, that we have it on automatic payment. In other words, we want to make sure that that gets paid automatically. Why? We want to avoid interruptions on any lights, water, and all that. I'm sorry?
So not everything gets checked and signed, because if it's automatically, they don't necessarily looking at it.
Okay, so I explained to that. That's a very good point. So in our process, in Avid, okay, you still, as a board member, even though the payment gets automatic, you have to approve that payment. And I'll tell you why. It is a requirement for our auditors on a yearly basis that they want to see that. So in order to do, even though it's actually paid automatically, we need to upload still in the system, the payment, still have to be coded, still have to go to the board, and they actually have to approve it. Okay?
Yeah, but
Even
it'll still go out. The auditor won't do anything until after the fact.
No, the auditor is not going to do anything.
Correct.
The auditor is going to verify that indeed that was paid.
By them checking a button or a check mark doesn't mean that they'll hold the payment. It's automatic.
No,
That's
I don't understand.
Automatic means it goes on all the time.
No.
So, okay, they can review it happened.
There's a date of payment every
So
month.
they go in and press the button and then it goes out? The payment?
No.
Well, then it's automatic. Therefore, that means, it means.
It's actually recognized by the.
They're not approving it. They can look at it after or before,
it is
but it'll
approved.
still go out. That's what I mean.
The automatic payment,
Okay, that's
it will go out. It actually goes out and it gets paid automatically.
The utility we have to pay, we don't pay.
You gotta pay
So we
the
have to
utility.
pay. Whatever we do, that's the only thing that we have to pay.
Not to change subject, but she actually mentioned the fraudulent checks actually on the name of Alisa O. So I'll tell you what happened. And we all have to actually be very careful.
Can we stay on a cable for a moment?
Yes.
So have we attempted to go out for bid now and see?
We are.
Wait, let me finish.
I'm sorry.
Have we even attempted to go out and get the bids now to see if that's less than canceling the current contract and the penalties associated with that? Have we done that? Have we done that? That's a basic
Yes.
thing.
I have had 2 meetings this month. One with Atlantic Broadband, another one with Hotwire. Okay, they've come into the office, we've talked about them, we've talked about the service, we've talked about what they can offer us, if they can upgrade us, how much is the cost. And so now we have 2 companies that are rivaling each other.
Right.
Okay, but the
You should have
problem
more
is
than
we
2, but that's
still
okay.
have a contract till 2019.
So what's the penalty to cancel that? How much is it?
I don't have the number.
How much is?
I believe you have to pay the full.
Okay,
But it
so if
hurts.
we don't know that number, we can't say whether, we can
It's
do
worth it or not worth it.
Well,
We
but
need to
you know,
analyze that, right?
But you know what? It's already May of 2018.
No, but
But you know
So
what, let me
in-
tell you
in
something,
one
when
year-
you're telling me that we're running with deficits, every dollar counts. So even if we save $20,000 or $5,000 for the rest of the year,
Yes.
that's money that needs to be allocated
You're-
for other things.
You're totally right, and that
Okay.
can happen as of October 2019.
Yeah,
It
but-
can't happen.
but you know what happened here, let me tell you about the other,
One at a
One of the years. Because the
You don't know
contract
if
is
it
over in
can
October.
Let me give you-
Let me tell you something. I have satellite in my house, okay?
Yes.
And what I do is I usually call them because you know they have all this advertisement. And if somebody can call them and tell them, look, we're looking to change from you. They always, when you're competing, you always try to lower your price.
Now when you
But-
have these type
I have a
of-
contract. I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
I
I
do
understand.
have a
But
contract.
I think you need to see the.
No, pero yo tengo un contrato ahora en este momento con el satélite. Y cuando sale una oferta, yo los llamo y les digo, mira, salió esta oferta, si ustedes no, y tengo contrato.
Yo lo hago
tengo
con yours,
contrato.
yo lo hago con yours también. Yo lo hago con yours
but
también.
let me, can I give you a
Pero
little,
para responderle a ella, desgraciadamente el contrato que existe en BOD es totalmente diferente al residencial que nosotros
okay, can
Doesn't
I,
have an exit clause?
Pardon?
The contract doesn't have an exit clause?
You have to, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't want to, don't quote me right now because I don't have it in front of me, but if I'm not mistaken, you actually have to pay the full contract if you want to get out.
Didn't you say there was a way to get out, but there is a
There is
penalty?
not.
But you hadn't found.
There is a penalty that you actually have to pay the full
Okay,
amount.
can I-
But don't quote me there.
Okay,
I
we'll
can't
get
answer
we'll
you. I
get a
don't have
copy
it
of
in
the
front of me.
Right,
contract.
can I
Listen,
get a copy of the contract?
Absolutely.
Maybe I can call them.
Request
I
it
can
and
call
I'll-
them.
yeah, I was in
My
the,
money,
I was,
everybody, it's my money.
I was in the 2014 board when
Okay,
that contract was
there you go.
approved, okay? And the way it worked, and you could do that too, is that the company, in order for us to go with them or to get the new things, they gave us $70,000. I'm sure you can negotiate, I don't know how much it, like you said, you gotta find out how much it is, the penalty, and I'm sure if the competition is as it is right now, the other company can cover it.
We're talking about $115,000.
100?
115.
But they,
Okay, so this is, but we don't like to talk until we have something that's.
no, but when I'm saying that's the way it works.
Okay.
You call them, the other guy said, listen,
Yes.
everybody wants to go with you guys, but
Exactly.
it's 115.
Exactly.
I bet that they're gonna.
Let's see the numbers first when they
Okay.
come in.
Yeah,
You know, and
let's see
then we can disseminate. One of the things
It's an
that,
ongoing investigation right now and negotiation.
Correct.
So we have to go slow.
I call the company that we have, and call the company.
on the
because you know
cable,
that, hey,
okay, yeah.
Okay,
We are,
so we
everyone.
have this contract, but we amended
So
the
wait a minute.
contract and we added more channels. So that raised the price. Can we take those channels away and that way that lowers our price?
Exactly.
Because that was not on the original contract. You mentioned before,
I'm sorry?
you mentioned at the beginning that yes, we had our contract, but we added more
Yeah,
channels.
they added a Spanish
what?
channel
But
back.
you added more channels, more packages.
Well, I think there was some value that it was added to the contract. The
No,
contract.
no, but they added internet.
You know better. 'cause
They
you were
added,
there.
they added Wi-Fi.
No, but let me finish. So if we added more channels, they're not gonna get anything for free. So we, at least we're paying more. If the issue is that they're raising their prices, why can't we take those channels away? That they were not on the original.
Eventually, it's gonna be part of the
But
negotiation.
remember,
But now, why can't we do it now and we have to wait till October 2019?
It is on your contract, so in other words, what they're saying is, right now is, it is getting bids to actually get an idea.
What I'm saying is that,
Perdón, un segundito, por
what I'm
favor.
saying is that we added channels, so that raised our
Un
price.
segundito, por favor.
Está pasando la comunicación. Estaba por intermitencia. Le
Ok.
voy a pedir, pasamos a votar primero. y después
Déjame responder lo que quería responder y todo.
¿Cuál es el motivo que nos quitaron el canasta de ver el
We
lobby?
added channels. Channels are not free. So if we added channels, that's not our original contract. Let's remove those channels. There's something that has to be lower in our bill if we remove channels.
In order to remove anything from the contract, you have to renew that contract or extend that contract.
Okay,
So
but-
to your point, which is very valid, okay, which is very valid, to your point is yes. I think what the board right now, what they're working is, let me see what all these other companies are offering. Okay? Just to get an idea.
Why do we have to?
At this point is, once you get those numbers and you see what they're gonna